Right, that was the pitch. Leave no trace. We're packed up, ready to go, and we're gonna go back up the path there towards Escores, but then left and up the arcing path up and onto Bowfell, and that's the way we're going today. Up to the pass now, and what a view to the west. That fell in the centre, that's Fell, lots of people's favourite that is, or one of their favourites anyway, and I don't know if you can make it out, but I can see out to sea, the Irish Sea's out there. Lovely and still up here. And now the path turns left and goes up to the peak on the right, and that's the summit, the rocky summit of Bowfell, and that's one of my favourites. Great view of the Scafell Massif from here in these conditions today. On the left side over there you can see Scafell, then there's a big dip, a lot of difference in elevation actually, down to a place called Mickledore, and then steeply up on top onto Scafell Pike, right at the top there, and a col on the other side over to Ill Crag. Oh, the visibility is great. On the summit, what a cracking summit, it's all rocky. It's like something out of Star Wars, eh Dan? There's a sand person over there. What a view, look at this. This view is awesome. It's so clear. It's so clear. This is one of my favourites, and it brings it all back from when I was here before. It's third time up to the top. Brilliant. So this is what the summit looks like a big massive jumble of boulders. It's like a massive summit cairn all on its own, and it's really quite high from the rest of the summit, and very impressive. Great scramble up to the top. So that's where we came up, down over that boulder field. So that's looking east, Helvellyn and the Eastern Fells. There's the Langdale Pikes and the Langdale Valley. Great Langdale. You can see Windermere in the distance. Over Crinkle Crags to the Coniston Fells. Out to the west to the sea, Eskdale, and around to the roof of England, the Scafell Massif. What a cracking view. That's looking back at the rocky, jumbly summit, brilliant. And then down, this is the way down. We've got a choice of the way down. The route through that grassy section just on the right there, or past the Great Slab, which is another fantastic way down. So let's get down there and have a look. So the Great Slab, it's a wonderful geological feature. Really flat, smooth slab running all the way down. I think it's about 200 metres long or so, and the angle's, I don't know, looks like about 30 degrees. It's fantastic, and the path goes right down there as well. So let's make our minds up if we're going to do that or not. Amazing. path goes just to the left of that boulder field and down. So I'm right on the top of the slab now. That's looking back at the summit. You can see the path coming down, and then look how smooth it is on this slab. You can understand why they call it that. That seems really, really steep from where I'm standing, and I hope I don't slip. What a cracker. And the view's amazing. There's Dan there up on top. The famous Wainwright pencil drawing of a person on top of the slab. It looks great. So if you've not seen Northern Monkey Dan's channel, go over and have a look. He does loads of videos on hill walking and long distance walking in England, the Lake District and Scotland, and also Snowdonia. So I can recommend him. Here we go. We decided to go straight down the face of the slab rather than over all of these twisty ankle turny boulders. I wouldn't recommend that if it was wet or frosty, obviously, but it's really grippy rock underneath your boots, so it's probably, as long as you're careful, it's probably a little bit safer. Having said that, my footing just slipped a bit. It's a little bit wetter a bit further down, about halfway down now. So it's onto all these jumbly boulders, and you've got to be equally careful. So I'm not going to film while walking across this lot, but it's a good fun scramble anyway. So at the bottom of the great slab, it comes to a little shelf which goes off beyond past Dan here. Oops. And it keeps the same contour. It's called the Climber's Traverse, right, Dan?
Yeah. It's a belter.
It's a cracker.
Absolute belter.
But there's a little surprise before we turn the corner and go along there, and it's this spring coming out the bottom of the crag, and you can take it from me, it tastes delicious. Oh, it's all chilled, it's beautiful. That's the crag that the climbers that have come along the traverse are trying to get to climb up that, and I can see a few people up it today, 2 or 3, and this is the traverse. So it's flat, but it's got some terrific views. It's a little bit exposed in places. You can see, you can probably make it out hugging the fell side, and that's Great Langdale, and just in the foreground here, Nickelton. It's one of my favourite places in the lakes. What a cracking day for it. This is the dodgiest bit. The path goes right round that. Now I'm not going to walk round. I'm just going to reach the camera round. Look at that, round the corner. But thankfully, there's a little gap here I can clamber through, and I definitely am. I'm at the end of the traverse now. That's looking back. It's not so long, but it is a bit precarious in places, but I enjoyed that. And now the path continues down onto some much more even ground with a spur of the hill called the Band, which takes us right down to the valley floor. So homeward bound. Nearly down to the valley, and just having a quick break before down there, but something very unusual is going to come our direction in a minute, according to a guy we've just passed. So I don't know how this is going to come off, but let's see ourselves. We don't know either. My God, it's Iron Man. Honestly, we had no idea what was going on there. A bloke just came up the path and warned us, be careful, something unusual is going to happen. I'll let you know if it's a risk. And he comes jetting up the hill. Bloody hell.
Tony Stark.
So that's Bowfell, up in the far right, the tallest one. And we've just come down the spur of the mountain called the Band, that big mass right in front, down to the farm and along this road and past the Jetman. So here we are, down in Langdale at the valley bottom, the end of another adventure. And it's been great, hasn't it, Dan? Good laugh.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved every minute.
Yeah, we've enjoyed each other's company, and the weather's been kind, and we can't get over that Jetman. It's like Tony Stark. Oh dear. Oh man, we had honestly no idea that was happening at all. Just a total surprise. So yeah, so anyway, go and have a look at Dan's channel. He does all those hiking videos. Good stuff. And thanks again, Dan. Let's bang poles, man.
Yeah, man.
And we'll see you on the next one.